I think it's bad.
I think Derek does it.
Is that when you make a poopy sauce in your pants by accident when you're driving home?
That's why you wear underwear, in case you need to wipe.
Me on the plane. Flying dirty.
Oh, Flying Dirty. It's the new song by 3 6 Mafias. They've taken over this one. And what I always enjoy about 3 6 Mafia is they won an Academy Award before Martin Scorsese did. That makes me happy, happy, happy.
Well, there you go.
Well, so Jonathan, I have a Player Series Strat at the guitar shop at Casino Guitars I'm going to sell you.
Okay.
Would you like to buy it?
Sure.
Well, you can't buy the whole guitar.
Okay.
You're going to buy it with some friends.
Okay. We're going to share it.
Not one friend.
Okay.
Lots of friends.
Lots of friends.
And you're going to buy shares in this guitar.
Okay. So I'll get to play it?
No.
No. I'll get to see it?
Nope. It stays in the closet.
But it's mine?
Well, and the guitar is it's $799.
Okay.
But we're going to value this at $1,200.
Oh.
So you're going to buy shares worth that, and then
what if I don't want my shares anymore? Can I sell them?
Only on the 1 hour of the one day of the month that we allow you to.
What if no one wants to buy it?
So anyway, let's get into what we're talking about. So we're talking about, so Gibson is partnered with Rally, which is like sort of like collectibles investment firm that they take items, rare items, and they commoditize it. And which
yeah, right.
No, but well, it's just another way of, it's like you can look at it like Bitcoin in some ways. You look like investing in the stock market, but with really, really draconian rules involved, and we'll get into like the actual products and things that you're buying too, as far as what that is. But it's an interesting concept. So there's Gibson has 3 guitars they're going to do with Rally right now. Sorry, we find the whole thing a little bit funny. So, but it's
interesting,
it's maybe
or
not
ridiculous.
It might be really interesting. It might be really funny. It might be an absurdly horrible idea. That's for you guys to judge, because we are not financial experts. We're not scientists either. We're actually quite stupid. But we like to talk about guitars, and we hope you do too. And the guys behind the camera, we're all like laughing and having a good time with this one.
Most of the time.
Let's continue. They're offering three individual guitars.
3.
The Tony Iommi.
Yep.
Which one's that one?
It's the Monkey.
Is it
SG prototype.
I was like the Monkey Spider, but it's just the Monkey.
Just the Monkey. Just some kind of monkey.
There's the Slash replica of, what's the Slash one going to be?
It is an EDS 1275, a 66. It's the prototype that they built, I think, to send to Slash to get his approval before they did the custom shop run.
So they've already done a custom shop run on this one.
Yes.
So they're going to build it. So this is the prototype they've already built.
This is the prototype that Slash signed off on.
And then the Adam Jones prototype replica.
Silver Burst, Les Paul.
Now the key word to these as well is these are all replicas. These are not the originals.
Not the actual guitars, yeah.
These are replicas, not Tony Iommi's like Spider Monkey. I don't know what that would even be.
Spank that Spider Monkey. Get it, Tony.
Is a Spider Monkey a thing?
I think so.
It is. I don't know.
I feel like it was made famous in Talladega Nights.
Is it? Was it really?
I mean, I don't. There's a Spider Monkey line, right?
I did watch Tropic Thunder the other night.
About, like, Spider Monkey.
That was enjoyable. Have you watched Tropic Thunder in a while?
No, it's been a long time.
I haven't watched it since it came out in the theaters. That was fun to watch again. Just yeah, Tom Cruise is brilliant. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, he's in it. But anyway, these are replicas, not the originals. The 66 or like the original, and they're pricing them. Here, they're pricing them high.
Very.
So how much is that Tony Iommi and the Slash ones? How much are they valuing that for Rally?
$65,000 actual dollars.
Okay, $65K a piece. And then what about Mr. Adam Jones?
He's even more important at $95,000.
Okay, so these are guitars that they've been valued at that, and that's just the value they came up with.
Sure.
It's sort of like an arbitrary number they made up.
Seems that way.
It does, because like, I mean, if you look at how much the Slash guitar was not nearly that expensive, right? They've decided that this is prototype 1, so it's gonna be a lot more, and I get that.
Sure.
Like the case study, the design should be a little bit more.
I mean, what do we see? Like in the 20K range for like number 1 of the Slash custom shop?
Yeah, the number 1 that's actually built production-wise was 20-something K. Yeah. We did see some original ones of the, from the 50s of the double necks. Like they were asking at that 140 range on reverb. That doesn't mean they're selling them. That is because it's been there for a minute.
Right.
And then the Mando style ones they're asking a lot for, but those are such rare birds that a lot of people don't want them either. A lot of like the rock collectors don't want the mandolin double neck. That's more the oddity like that. I mean, I would love one, but I can't get one, you know. Doesn't make sense for me.
You can play all your electric Mando solos on there and then switch back to your sweet SG riffs.
I didn't even know that was a thing until when I first saw it. Now we were joking in our opening riff about, hey, can I sell it whenever I want to? Well, so let's just get into like the logistics of it. So you buy your shares for this guitar, and let's say they're valued at $5 to $10 a share. You buy multiple shares, and your hopes are that the value of this guitar will go up. So Rally, right? That's your hopes, and because Rally invests in things like, you know, sports cars,
right,
and you know, some artwork and some other like. Just
a lot of guitar things in there.
Cool things, yeah, some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But and then the hopes, but you know, we've seen the values like they started here, then some come down, so that's your share's worth less.
Right.
And so when you go to sell your share, if you can sell your share, it is which is not how the normal stock market works. Like if I want to sell, I own some shares in Coca-Cola. If I want to sell those, I say sell shares of Coca-Cola. They are put into the system. They are sold.
Right.
24 hours a day. It's
there you go.
I mean, the stock market actually runs in a certain time, but once it goes in there, it's going to sell.
Right.
Once I put that sell order in there, unless I call like an immediate stop screw up thing.
Not with Rally.
So Rally, what's the deal with Rally then?
I think you can only sell once a month, and it looks like it's only for a few hours. So hopefully someone's sitting at their computer and they're like ready. They're like, okay, these shares of the Slash guitar going up today. I'm here. I'm ready.
In all fairness, I think they can input their desire to buy prior to that.
Okay,
I think. But my idea of why they do that is to create, you know, a fervor for buying and selling and excitement, to create like, you know, valuation fluctuations. That is the only way these stocks can make money.
Fair enough.
These now we also joked about, you know, can you play the guitar? Or can you see it? No, these guitars, the Gibson ones in particular, they stay locked in the Gibson vault at the Gibson garage in Nashville, Tennessee.
It'd be cool if you could go visit it. Like, hey, I'd like to spend my 24 seconds.
I mean, that is fair in a weird way. Like if I don't know. I mean, that's part of the fun. Like if
a 65, I don't know I can't do the math in my head, but if you own $5 of a $65,000 guitar, that's like 24 seconds of playing time for the year or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I think
that was a made up number.
My dad has that one thing where he's like, he owns like an inch of the property of Jack Daniels or something. So he's like a Jack Daniels owner, but he's not a Jack Daniel. But like, so when we drink some Jack Daniels together, it's fun. Or if I go to the food store and have some liquid refreshments of a Coca-Cola at the food store, I own like a couple of shares of Coca-Cola, and I can be like, I'm an owner of this company. I'm having some.
I feel like the test would be with Jack Daniels. Like if you could go there and get really drunk, start trashing stuff, and not get thrown out, then you're an owner. Anyone who gets thrown out,
no. So selling these shares is not an easy thing necessarily.
Maybe
because there might not be buyers for it, and if it goes down, you're obviously selling your $10 that you spent and is now worth $5, or maybe it went up and your $5 is worth $10. But I was sort of looking at this; it's almost like a charity for the owners and the starters of Rally, because you're giving them your money, interest-free, as a loan that they can go and invest in other commodities to buy more, and then to get more investors in to come into their brand. That's how I look at this. Is that that sounds like something the Egyptians built.
It sort of reminds me of the thing where you like buy a star.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, I bought you this star.
Well, I mean, but
it's like, it's cool to kind of say, oh, I have a star that's surnamed after me, but maybe that's it. Like it seems like it's just I own part of the Slash prototype double neck,
and maybe that's worth it. As somebody who wants to be part of this game, be like, hey, I do own part of it, because like I could never afford to buy a guitar of this valuation. I don't have it in my life. It will not be a thing where I can buy a $100,000 guitar.
Yeah, agreed.
It's
so that's kind of cool,
because you gamble a lot. Like
I do gamble.
You do the school lottery, don't you?
That's true.
Even though your kids are home,
scratch offs.
It's weird, but. I love the scratch offs. I gotta start doing that.
I won $7.
I do.
No, you can't win $7. It's round numbers.
Yeah, I don't know. So maybe that is part. Maybe it's just the joy of having part of the ownership of it, and it's not just the actual financial gain.
So you're saying that I shouldn't sink all of my retirement hopes into this Slash guitar?
You work at a guitar
Rally.
shop. There is no retirement possibility. We don't do that here.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why when you go up to Chuck Levin's and you see some of those guys walking, there's like a walker station. I'm like, how long have you been here? And one guy said, I've actually been here since 1923. And I'm like, good Lord. He's like, I started when I was 8. I'm like, that's impressive. And he was like selling Gibson mandolins and ukuleles back in the day, and now he's selling Gibson Les Pauls. And he's like, I remember Les Paul was a whippersnapper when he came by. And I had a long phone call with Carlos about that the other day at Chuck Levin's. We were talking about some of his older team members. They have a denture supply team.
Nice.
Now there, and they still do the salsa dances every Wednesday night after shop hours close.
With or without their dentures?
Without dentures.
Oh, okay.
That's when they just cut loose.
I know.
Footloose and fancy free.
Caution to the wind.
I know. And speaking of Footloose, if you haven't seen the original, watch it. If you haven't seen the remake, it's fun too. It's not nearly as good. It's terrible. But you should still watch it. I'm going to say Red Dawn remake is still fun to watch though.
It is fun to watch.
I mean, the original is the best movie maybe ever made. But the remake is still great because it's patriots fighting to keep those foreign invaders off of our soil. God, I almost got into some political stuff there for a minute about those Ruskies attacking us.
Full circle.
There's no political stuff.
Still there today. We don't,
we never stop. We're so politically involved. Oh my gosh, should I register to vote?
Probably. No.
My wife's running for political office. So you better vote for me. I don't think I'm registered. I just don't I don't believe in that stuff anymore. They're all crooks. I'm that old man. They're all crooks taking out my money on the taxes. That's me. When I take off my face. When
he takes his dentures out.
I mean, that's our thoughts are sort of like, maybe this is the right thing for you if you want to have a little fun. If you want to be involved and have a little bit of ownership and say I own one of the prototypes, I own part of the Gibson Corp. Because Gibson's, you can't really own Gibson otherwise. You can own a Gibson.
Or you could buy yourself a nice pack of picks.
Or buy a guitar.
Not for $5.
Well, I don't think anybody's buying. If you're just doing it for giggles, $5 cool. $5-10, I can get in there and do that. I would go heavier if you're going to do it. Try to make a few dollars, but or not, and just say $5 in there, and you own part of Tony IOMMI's Spider Monkey,
which is kind of cool.
That would be cool, because I would love to play those guitars, but I'm not a lefty either.
You could say that at parties and people will be like, who's Tony IOMMI? It'll be great.
Some of the people at the guitar shop don't know who Tony IOMMI is. It's funny. I went to a guitar shop once, and I love this guy. He's actually the grumpiest guy I've ever met that owns a guitar shop. I'm not going to say the name of the shop. But I was talking about guitar shop, the Guitar Heroes, and he's like, he didn't know who Doc Watson was, or didn't know. He knew who Tony IOMMI was and some of those cats. But if it was
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but if it was in the range of anything not classic rock from the 70s, I just don't know. I don't care. I'm like, man, I kind of love you for that. He doesn't know any of these other guys. It was funny.
Way to be you.
Just I was like, man,
way to be yourself.
It impressed me in a weird way. I was like, that's cool. I was like, you gotta know who Doc Watson is. It just seems like if you own a guitar shop,
right.
You don't have to if you don't. But I was just kind of well, I don't know. It's just
or maybe you do. Maybe you should. Maybe your life would be better.
I think he's since sold the guitar shop and moved on, so it doesn't matter. He's like,
doesn't matter now.
He's doing his others. He's doing his Rambo stuff in Florida somewhere, I think.
Okay.
Right now, which is pretty badass.
Like popping out of ponds with a knife in your teeth.
No, he does have a flamethrower on his back for his job, which is pretty impressive. It's cool dude, cool guy. If he's out there in the world watching all.
I used to really want the arrows where you put the things on and they blew up like Rambo.
Dude, that was
amazing.
That's
the dream right there.
I remember my cousins got to go see Rambo, the second one, in the theaters, and my mom wouldn't let me go, and they came back like, Baxter, he ripped a machine gun off of a helicopter. It was he had arrows that blow up the bad guys.
Kind of amazing.
Then I finally saw it and I realized my parents were horrible people.
Yep.
And it's funny though to think about the movies we watched as kids back then.
I think about it all the time now when I don't let my kids watch things. I'm like, oh yeah, no wait.
How to Train Your Dragon's a bit intense.
8. Yeah.
I'm watching RoboCop and Predator. I remember watching Aliens in the theater with my mom at 10.
Yeah, I watched all that stuff.
I was like, we're watching that little guy ripping out of the chest.
Cool. Sweet.
And then she's killing the alien with the grabber and stuff, and all these. It was great, man. It was being a kid back in the 90s
Going
and
to
80s.
Blockbuster. Picking out your movie.
Well,
your parents didn't look at all. They didn't care what it was.
So we're done talking about the guitar stuff. Obviously, if you're done with that, you can click stop.
Sorry.
But no, it was like I was thinking about it. Like the kids, like so I grew up in the '80s,
Yep.
and I feel like the Generation X, the kids that grew up in the '80s, like we are different in a weird way, just because all of our cartoons and our stuff we watched were very violent.
Very violent.
Like everything was based on war, and like G.I. Joe, Thundercats, He-Man. That was the Transformers. It was all conflict, and like people like it was like dire straits. And then the movies are all like brutal and awesome. And Red Dawn was like that was the greatest movie that ever came out when it did.
Pretty much was.
It was like 1984 was like the magic year. It changed everything. It was the first PG-13 movie ever, and all these great movies came out. Then like '86, you have another swath of amazing Top Gun.
Top Gun's pretty awesome.
That I think more people joined the Navy because of that movie than almost any movie.
See
ever.
that?
Like, I want to be a fighter pilot. Like you're probably
Maverick and Goose.
not. But anyway, that's our thoughts.
There you go.
What do you know? What do you think? Let us know if Gibson has lost their minds, and if they should just be focusing on building guitars, or if they should.
They're probably doing that too.
Doing this.
They're probably building guitars too. Happy investing. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell so you don't miss videos in the future.
Good end.
We'll see you next time.